Your disrespect is noted.
Why?
Of my shorts.
They're so bad.
And if I were Bart Simpson, you know what I'd tell you to do with these shorts? Eat them. Eat my shorts.
Guys, there's part of them that are so threadbare. I thought they were wet.
How threadbare are they?
I thought they were wet.
They are. I peed them. I peed them and I ripped them.
I'm sorry.
Threadbare pee pants. Cha, 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 cha. Threadbare pee pants is a great band name.
Sorry, guys.
Threadbare pee pants. That might be an episode title right there.
Nope. Veto.
You only get one an episode, so now I'm off the leash. I'm leaving this part in. It's good stuff. Now silence. Yeah, you got to be real careful vetoing an episode title early because now
I know, I shouldn't have said anything.
the world is my oyster.
Shouldn't have said a word.
Hey guys, welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. I'm Brandon Birdwell. I'm one half of the Cold Hands, Warm Hearts podcasting duo.
Hi, guys. I'm Ashley Engle. I'm the other half. Welcome to episode 109.
Formula 409, 109. What's a 109? I keep trying
There
to come
aren't
up with
any
numbers for like a thing. But
It doesn't matter anymore.
We've done this long. It doesn't matter anymore.
It doesn't.
The us story.
But it is July 8th today.
Go ahead.
And the episode will air on July 10th, which is my friend Heather's birthday. Happy birthday, Heather.
Happy birthday.
Your
Heather.
friend Heather's birthday.
Well,
She belongs to both of us.
Can you ever really own a Heather?
No.
Can you get,
Trying to catch a cloud and pin it down.
that's it. Can you tell a rainbow not to shine? Can you, well, that's the sun. Can you tell a rainbow not to be colorful? Can you tell Roy not to G his biv?
No.
Here's the best way to handle a Heather. Is you can't.
Let her fly.
You can't fence her in. The best you can do is leave the gate open and she'll come back.
She will.
When she wants.
That's right.
And you'll hear her coming because she'll. Heather.
Yeah. That was
Can
good.
you tell a rainbow not to shine?
Happy birthday, Heather. But guys, this is the point in the summer where I start to get a little bit sad.
Sure.
Because I'm like, how? How are we here now past the 4th of July? School will start in barely over a month.
Yeah.
And I get a little bit sad. And this is how I know that I'm in this stage of parenting that I referenced in the last episode, where I'm in this for me, and I know this is not a sweet spot for everyone, but as a parent of only preteens and teens now, I'm feeling great about the stage of parenting. Again, I've said this before, the baby stage of parenting was magical and sweet and special, but I did not feel very competent in those years. I felt like I was in over my head. And so for you guys, moms and dads of littles, it's the summer, and I know that can be a tough time for littles. It can be tough because you don't have a schedule. You're going here, you're going there. You're trying to travel, which honestly, traveling with littles, it's not a vacation.
Cody described it this way, and I loved it. He was on a vacation with his whole family, and he said, at this point in my life, vacationing is just parenting in a different state.
That's it.
That's all it is.
And you come home more tired than when you left.
I need a vacation from my vacation.
And the kids are exhausted and cranky.
Hangry.
It takes a week to get them back on track.
Sweaty. Just a bunch of feral beasts.
It's true.
I'll tell you the day that made me so angry.
What?
Was the day that I had to start treating my son like a whole human when it came to buying plane tickets.
Oh, right. Or like amusement park tickets.
He doesn't take up enough space.
Yeah, right.
There was a point there where I was trying to get family boarding, so we would say, Ben, shrink yourself 2 years, and we're going to walk up there, and you're 7. You shut up, and you're 7.
And I'm going to hold you. I'm going to cradle you in my arms.
Yes, and here
Carry
I am.
your stuffed animal.
Just get him wrapped up like E.T. And they're like, where are you going, little guy? He goes, ow.
You strap him into the Bjorn.
Yeah.
At age 9.
Ouch. You're 7. He's 7. And what's funny is, here I am trying to pull the wool over some employee's eyes at Southwest Airlines, They didn't care. They're
don't
like,
care.
shut up and
Get on the plane.
Get in the big metal tube and let us shoot you back home. And hopefully I never see your stupid face again, or your 9-year-old, 7-year-old alien who's bundled up and you're bajorn.
I feel like that's an unfair characterization of airline employees. Actually, I don't.
Have you noticed?
Actually, I don't.
Have you noticed that every single Southwest airline flight attendant is auditioning for The Voice or America's Got Talent?
Or
like,
stand-up
one of them's
comedy.
got a bit they're doing. Oh, here he goes. Here goes
it,
Sage. He's going to lay it on us. And here comes Kathy. God forbid you're flying into Orlando. Oh. Because here come the princesses. Here comes Kathy. And I'm in the back. Sing! Sing! Because I wish I could steal your voice, Kathy. Because I've had it. Okay?
I wish it could float into my shell necklace.
I wish it could. I'll tell you one thing I need you to do with your dreams, Kathy. Let it go. Let it go.
Listen, if they put us in charge of a Southwest flight to Orlando, those people would say, when we pull into MCO, they would say, you know what? We don't want Disney. This is whimsical enough.
I'm doing exclusively Mr. Shmee bits. I'm hitting you with the Shmee. And you're going to be like, what? Deep cuts from the really, really uncomfortable flight attendant on this Southwest flight. Is that Shmee? Is he doing Shmee?
Listen.
Who? Shmee.
How much fun would we have, though, if they gave us free reign over that PA system?
For one flight, we would have fun. I would be done after one. I'm a one and done kind of guy.
They would send airport security to escort us off the plane the moment we touch down.
I'm taking these mini bottles as a parting gift. Okay? Bye-bye, pumpkin. Shmee, out. Setting sail, land lovers. Here goes Shmee.
Listen, Shmee and Ariel.
Here's the mic back to you, Kathy.
Oh, I'd be wearing a long red wig and a coconut bra over my Southwest shirt.
And the mertail. And I'm just wheeling you up and down the aisle on the beverage cart. Just pouring Sprites, pouring tomato juice out of clams.
Out of a conch shell.
Hey everybody, we're just now taxiing to take off on our way to Whimsy. Take it, Kath. Take it, catheter. Here she comes. Welcome to Southwest, where dreams go to die.
This feels like Merperson's in the sky.
This is your pilot speaking. I went to a lot of certifications to learn how to do what I'm about to do. Guys, I'm going to keep you safe best I can, but I can't speak for Kathy because she's got some unresolved stuff. Kathy's got some demons. Okay. And she exercises. Kathy's got some demons and she exercises them in the form of Disney princess songs.
Listen.
Brandon's back there. Shmee's replacing the ginger ale.
Listen, just unwrapping all the peanuts into a big bowl and just spraying them like confetti.
Cashew nuts!
All the people with nut allergies are just panicking.
Dude,
it would be chaos.
You are trapped in an anaphylactic metal tube.
Oh, no, it would be terrible for them. Guys, Southwest, if you're listening, A, sponsor us. B,
please
give us free reign over one flight.
You won't regret it.
We'll sell it out for you.
Southwest.
Yeah.
It's like when they have like a cruise, like a themed cruise. This is the CHWH flight to Orlando. All aboard, land lovers. You're gonna hate it.
Who are these two?
Kathy's kicking off the evening. Everybody.
Guys.
It's hot on the tarmac. We're going to need you guys to lower your windows because Kathy's spitting heat. Here comes Kathy. She just brushed up on the Moana score.
Am I Kathy?
I don't know. You want to be?
Maybe.
Who knows?
Kathy sounds like she doesn't have a care in the world.
The image of the wheeling the mer person down the aisle, just the tail swatting people in the back of the head on the way past. I am so sorry, sir, but I have to make it back for the coronation. Father will be furious. My crab companion is chasing me up, and here I come, just click, 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 click. Ariel! Wagwa, get off the cart! This man needs his ginger ale!
And it's just a mashup of all the Disney princess movies.
And oh, that blowfish blow. And here's Carl in the back.
Who's Carl?
Or, I don't know.
Another member of the team.
Oh, gosh. Oh, that blowfish blow. And then the captain just...
The captain hates it.
Please.
Hates it all.
Oh, the captain does. I flew in numerous wars. I have learned. I am at the top of my field.
I'm a month from retirement, and they give me this.
They give me Kathy. Some people give you a gold watch. I get Kathy doing Disney tunes.
Listen, I think it would be great because the people headed to Disney, they're in a different frame of mind. They're willing. They want whimsy.
Yeah.
They're willing to laugh at things that normally they wouldn't be willing to laugh at.
Man,
And they're willing to sing along.
I keep it real quiet.
I'm just saying.
I express my displeasure through silence whenever Kathy gets to tuning up.
Do you just put in your AirPods
Yeah. No, a lot of times just as a visual cue, I'm over-ear noise cancelers, even if they're not on.
Mask down over your eyes.
Neck pillow. One of those big sharper image pillows that's actually around your front that you're laying on, like a love sack.
Don't engage. Don't make eye contact with Kathy.
Don't ever, because I'll tell you what, Kathy will peer into your soul.
She will.
Because she's looking for something.
Yeah.
Kathy's up here looking for something.
Man.
You're never going to find it, Kath.
No.
Get back home. Pop that VHS in.
Listen.
Practice the choreo.
Speaking of themed flights and cruises.
Go ahead.
I've been on a text thread this morning with my friends.
Have you been planning to go on the Creed cruise? Because that actually is a thing currently.
Oh, no.
Step in.
For the Creed cruise.
Anyway, go ahead.
Come on, let's go
What's
there.
your text? Oh, hey.
Hey.
Look at you. Look at you being so welcoming of this Creed conversation. Arms wide open. You.
It's the Kathy spirit. She's invaded me. Kathy's full of one-liners.
Kathy's got us all.
So I was on a text thread with some friends today, and our friend Julie, hi Julie, just returned from a cruise with some kind of virus.
Ooh.
Which is a thing that happens, and I'm not putting Julie's medical stuff out here. She went to the doctor and tested negative for everything.
Welcome to the HIPAA violation portion
Julie.
of CHWH.
Just a little cold virus, right? But
here comes Typhoid Mary, fresh off the Creed cruise, spreading the staph infection. Man, that's some real low-hanging fruit.
Just a PR nightmare for the Creed cruise.
Staph infection is a real bit of low-hanging fruit. They're going to need to get to work.
I liked it.
And take that higher. Guys.
So many taglines for this cruise.
Ahoy.
They better hope there's not an outbreak on that, is what I'm saying. Because the cruises these days.
Go ahead. They don't make them like they used to.
And honestly, I would say I would not consider myself to be a cruiser.
Nor am I.
Right. And we've talked about this a little bit.
Of course.
I do get a little bit seasick, so that's one of the problems I have. I'm not particularly a joiner. I'll lead a flight to Orlando, but I'm not going to join in as a participant.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'll lead a conga line, but I'm not jumping in the middle of one like some loser.
No, I need a job to do.
Yeah, come on.
And if I'm leading the whimsy,
come on, guys,
all in.
It goes bop 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 ba. It's like that.
Right. Yeah. A big camp counselor energy over here.
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
Is what I'm saying. No, whatever. It's great. Everyone.
Big camp counselor energy over here.
It is.
All right, guys.
Kathy was a camp counselor.
Flashlight tag. How about this? We're going to toss you a little Nerf ball. You tell us one fact about you.
Yeah, I love an icebreaker.
And then you toss it to Becky across the way.
Brandon, I was a youth pastor, okay? I'm about to lead a congregation of youths to a youth camp here coming up.
When someone...
And I can't wait.
When someone is trying to disprove your point...
I'm not.
And they just prove it?
I'm trying to prove it.
Can you finish talking about Julie's staph infection that she got in the high seas?
On the high seas. So Julie got a little cold virus. So we were trying to help her think of things that'll help her feel better, right? So Heather, hi Heather again, happy birthday, suggested pho. Are you a fan?
Yes.
It's so good.
It's so good.
And it's good anytime, even in the heat of the summer.
I like to correct people when they call it faux.
Faux.
Oh,
right?
yeah? Do you mean like F-A-U-X?
Right.
Because that's not real.
Because that's faux pronunciation right there. But it feels risky to pronounce it correctly. You got to be careful.
It is. And I feel that way about the word niche. I was hanging out with a crowd that felt like a niche crowd the other night, and I said niche, and one person looked at me like I was real country comes to town. And I quickly corrected myself and said niche, and they go, oh, okay. Yeah. We were going to say niche. And I was like, dang.
Well, there's a place for niche.
Yeah.
A time and a place.
Sure. And I thought I was there.
Yeah.
Wasn't.
You got to scratch a niche.
Wasn't my niche.
No.
No. Wrong niche, Brandon.
Okay, so she suggested pho. And then we went through a whole thing about how to pronounce it. Because this was Julie's first foray into...
Her first foray? Welcome, Julie.
Welcome to Pho Corner.
We've been waiting.
It was, I would say there are...
Oh, what pho. Guys... Guys, we're not phoning it in. We're having a real pho time. Everybody...
You got to be careful. You got to be careful.
Welcome back to Broth Talk with Brandon and Ashley.
Broth Talk is it.
And it's a whole lot of pho.
But it just, there are probably, 50 texts in this thread about this. And Julie was like, guys, I'm learning so much. She ordered the pho. She sent us pictures of the pho. She said, what do I do with this raw meat in this box?
God, you gals need to calm down.
I know.
It's getting wild.
But it just felt like a real, that's what friends are for moment. And Heather even said that.
It feels more like a thank you for being a friend. Well, it's a stretch, but I'll tell you what. I don't think any of the Golden Gals would have a problem with us dropping pho into the theme song.
It's so delicious. In fact, even though it's July 8th, I might just go get some myself after this. I love it.
I love it.
Any excuse for it.
Here's what I love about pho. Mm-hmm. There's a title. It's like a thing to do.
Well, it's a customizable.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like you build your bites with the broth. Mm-hmm. Oh man, a broth.
A broth.
Don't get me started.
On a broth.
On a broth.
Welcome to Broth Talk.
Welcome to Broth Talk, where you and I broth know that it's not. Welcome back to the Sister and Brother podcast.
I was just gonna say, you're my brother.
Where we play that pho music, white boy. Listen here, guys. I'm gonna go for pho puns as much as I can henceforth.
There's a lot of them.
Pho much.
Well, and then you can really get into some risky territory, especially on a clean podcast.
Well, I actually
have to be careful.
I feel like I have shown quite
the restraint,
the deft hand,
because you don't want to edit.
It's a real I don't.
And I'll make you do it.
The only reason I'm not uncorking some naughties, is because you're gonna go, Brandon. You gotta edit that. Stop recording right now.
The timestamps,
and then we're gonna have one of those awkward moments where you go, stop, pause it, stop, and I go,
edit it.
No,
I'm not.
Don't air my dirty laundry. And then that's how it goes, guys. The number of times I've had to edit stuff to protect Ashley. The skeletons.
From prison.
The skeletons in this gal's closet. Oh. Anyway, redacted.
So when I pulled in, I noticed your neighbor's house is for sale. Did the noise complaints finally get to them?
Yes.
What else?
That's the end of that.
What else would you say led to them listing their house?
I just think that I've been practicing Tai Chi out back.
Okay.
Scantily clad.
In those see-through threadbare shorts?
I've been doing a bunch of bouncing on the trampoline, and every time I come up with the fence, I go, neighbor! Hey, neighbor!
Hey, guys!
Don't ever move! And then I
love you so much.
No, I just think it was just time to mosey on down the road. I haven't asked what the reason.
Is that the narrative you're putting out into the world?
I Okay, through a series of intimidation tactics, I've decided that I'm going to make that house into a spillover. I want it.
Too late, because we put in an offer last night.
I don't want to be your neighbor.
Hey, neighbor! And we're gonna build a sky bridge from roof to roof.
Oh gosh!
Let the fun times begin.
I'm gonna put so much like stink bait in there and stuff.
Speaking of stink bait,
don't move on to stink bait first. Okay. Here's what I'm going to say. He will never listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
He is moving, and in doing so, he's now dead to me. He's not.
But they're delightful people.
What an unbelievably sweet man that neighbor is, and it's a loss. It's a bummer because he's a very nice next door neighbor, very sweet. So
well, it's a good thing you'll be gaining your family next door then.
Here's the problem, and I tell my best friends in the world this.
Okay, about me, Kathy.
Yes, no, I say it to them. Don't ever move next door to me.
Okay.
Or even like remotely close in a neighborhood because we will not be friends anymore. I don't talk to neighbors. I pull into the garage and I shut it behind me.
You're that guy.
I'm a hermit. I'm an extrovert. I actually had this whole conversation with dear friend Brandon, Branden.
Hi, Brandon.
The other day at lunch, where we talked about how the introvert in us may be perceived as an extrovert,
right?
Because we go out and we can
lead a cruise,
but it doesn't like fill the tank. It depletes it, and then I have to go home and be alone in the dark.
Got it.
Just listening to
burning your patchouli.
Listening to Depeche Mode and the Smiths and The Cure.
Mm-hmm. I know.
And Beautiful by Christina Aguilera, just to remind myself.
I am beautiful.
No, I don't listen to the whole song. I just on a loop listen to Don't Look at Me over and over and over. Don't look at me. And then whenever someone comes and knocks on the door, I just play that. Don't look at me.
Well,
fun fact about that part of the song, she was actually saying that to a friend who was in the studio while she was recording.
Oh, and they kept it in.
Linda Perry of 10,000 Maniacs fame, the singer of What's Up? What's going on?
Yeah, that's a
she
fun
wrote and produced that song. And she's kind of a body broad. She's got like her own way of doing things, which has made her very successful.
I could hear that in her vocals.
Done songs for Pink. She's done songs. She wrote I'm Coming Up, So You Better Get the Party Started. Yeah. She's actually kind of a really big deal songwriter. She said, your entourage, your posse is not allowed in the studio. No one's allowed. Mm-hmm. No one's allowed. And Christina wanted to do one, she was going to record it, so she allowed her to have one friend in the studio, and they did that first take of it, and she said that to her friend because she felt self-conscious, and they kept it in the song. Yeah. And then for months, Christina kept, because they got that one take, she kept calling Linda Perry and saying, I want to redo it, I want to redo it, I want to redo it. And she was like, no, you can't, this was perfect. She came back in, and she said, I'll let you have one pass at it. And Christina went in and did her whole like crazy Christina runs. Linda Perry hit stop like a couple seconds into the song and goes, nope. We're keeping the previous take. So that's the first take.
And they're not friends anymore.
No, they are. They are because they both made a lot of money together.
Okay.
They have a sky bridge between
their
houses.
That erases all ills.
Money, guys. I mean, here's the portion of the podcast where I tell you that anyone who says money doesn't buy happiness, they don't have any.
Yeah.
That's such a 1980s stockbroker thing to say.
Money is the root of all happiness.
Guys, welcome back
to Misinformation Corner. Okay,
money buys a lot of pho. I'll tell you that.
It does.
Just pay me in pho.
Speaking of stink bait.
Title
because
of the episode.
Because that was
dot.
Really good transition that we just brushed right past. Okay, I have had another mishap with my car. And I have already given you the punchline. If you guys remember from several months ago where there was a scent in my car that I could not identify, that was absolutely wretched, kept getting worse by the day, and finally I took the seats out of the back of my car only to find that a package of raw chicken had made its way under the seats.
It's not ideal.
And it had been there for a while.
Just rolling salmonella
it was still,
down.
No juices had spilled. It was thankfully contained.
Okay.
Anyway.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Whoever packaged it, not you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nice job leaving raw chicken in your hot car.
It fell out of the laundry, the grocery bags.
I was transporting it in my laundry. Guys, I like to put some thighs in my laundry.
And I was about to call the grocery store saying, "Where's my chicken? I ordered chicken. Wasn't part of the order."
Ma'am, this happens a lot. Could you check the floorboards of your back seat?
Okay.
Is
this Ashley?
Yeah, it's there.
Is this Ashley?
It's there.
Have
Please,
you checked your seat, sweetie?
Please give us 5 stars. 5 stars for this customer service.
Yeah. So same thing happened the other day.
More chicken?
No, the scent, and it just kept getting worse and worse, baking in the hot summer sun.
Oh.
If there's a time when you do not want to leave a package of catfish dough, that's what it's called. Stink bait.
Is there a time you want to leave a package of catfish dough in your car?
Never. But summer's the worst time.
It's a sliding scale.
It's a sliding scale.
Yeah.
So anyway, come to find out, it's that. I take it out. It didn't, again, nothing spilled, but just the fragrance.
I mean, it's a stinky bait.
Seeped right into all the upholstery, the leather, the carpeting in the back. I know. And I thought I had gotten to the bottom of it, put air fresheners, scrubbed it all down, got in there today, and it's still a little bit tangy. That's how I would describe the fragrance of a stink bait.
You're scent maxing.
It's a little bit tangy.
You're like scent maxing, but in like a really gross way. This is the problem with being like a fishing family, which you are.
I know.
It comes with it. It's like a hazard to the trade.
Gosh, it's awful.
You're gonna stink.
Catfish are so gross. Any creature who would eat that, be attracted to that?
You don't like catfish?
I don't really like catfish.
I
no.
like fried catfish.
That's the only acceptable way to
There's
eat
no other way to eat a catfish.
Agreed.
I don't know that I've
even
ever
enjoy it
seen.
that much.
I don't know that I've ever seen catfish with any other preparation.
Asher got some grilled the other day at a restaurant. Didn't care for it.
That's a psycho move.
Well,
Anyone who sits down and orders grilled catfish is on a list now.
it came as part of his meal. It wasn't the entree. There was like a little.
No fly list. No fry list. No fly list. If I see a person eating grilled catfish.
And people do it all the time, Brandon.
That person has bodies in their crawl space.
Guys, I'm sorry if you grill catfish.
I'm not. I'm
Brandon
sorry.
has opinions.
I'm sorry if you grill catfish, but for a totally different reason. I'm sorry that this is something that you think is acceptable in polite society.
Guys,
grilled catfish? In this economy?
Yes.
Well, yeah, you know what? I take that back.
You can cast your pole off of any bridge in town and bring in supper.
Welcome back to the United States of America, the grilled catfish of the world.
Guys, people grill catfish all the time. If you grill catfish and love it, let us know. Let us know how you prepare your catfish.
Is on an unrelated note, is there a way to block people from listening to our podcast? Like you could with a text number or like on social media. So if someone tells you that they grill catfish, just casually slide it over. Jot it on a piece of paper and slide it across the desk to me so I can block.
What about broiled catfish, baked?
Broiled is just an upside down grill.
I know. What about baked?
It's grilling from the top. I don't know. What about fried catfish is the only way to eat catfish you don't understand?
Well, I don't like it anyway. So.
It's a bottom feeder mudfish.
I know.
You gotta fry that out of it.
They eat the stink bait.
Nope. They eat the stink is an episode title too.
They eat
the stink.
Everything gross. Anyway, what have you been up to? Now that we're almost halfway through.
I left some stink bait in your car.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I said, Harrison Engle, this is yours, and I know it. And he's about to start driving here in a couple weeks. And I said, don't you make me mad because I will retaliate. I will put this under all of your seats.
Yeah.
And he just laughed. And I said, okay, watch me.
I'm going to rub it all around the spray nozzles of your Scent Max tray.
Yeah.
You think you're spraying CK1 on to go woo a gal? You're going to PU a gal. Here comes Harrison, stinking to high heaven like bottom feeder fish food.
And the thing is, that stuff seeps in.
Yeah. Here's Harrison in one corner, stinking like a longshoreman, coming to ask a gal to dance.
Yeah.
Here's you got Asher eating grilled catfish like a sociopath. And here's Hope just watching it all go down, knitting something.
Learning from their mistakes.
Knitting herself a hazmat suit so she can not pick up the stink. Stink sticks to ruffles. You got to make sure that you got some protection.
It's true. Oh my gosh. Well, okay, so last week was the 4th of July.
It was.
And we did
the last one ever. Guys,
Well,
happy last 4th of July.
And I'm sorry if we came in all gloom and doom last episode, guys.
I'm not.
Getting all political, talking about rehashing the debate
guys,
disaster.
I'm not sorry, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because this country needs us right now. They need us to give unbiased, nonpartisan,
We really try to be nonpartisan
ill-informed,
because we have opinions.
political advice. Guys, all I know is whoever's the better golfer. That's all I care about.
And it's a wash.
It's a wash for me.
It's a wash. Okay.
Anyway, back to USA.
Back to the USA. We did have a lovely 4th of July. We did our traditional celebration at Mom and Dad's, pool, brats, hot dogs, all of the things.
Yeah.
And, it was nice to, just to celebrate the good things, right? When things get scary, when things get overwhelming, just focus on the good in front of you. And that's what we did.
That's very 7 of you.
And it was great.
Don't address it.
Right.
Here's something fun to do.
Exactly.
Guys, when the world is burning all around you, have a brat.
Have a brat.
Have a brat and shut up.
Pop some fireworks.
A 7 is very much that meme of the dog sitting in the kitchen that's just on fire, and
My
he says,
favorite meme.
and it says everything's fine.
This is fine. Just
This
drinking
is fine.
coffee.
Everything's fine.
It is.
That's very, very 7.
But we were able to compartmentalize, is what I'm saying, and have a happy 4th of July. And the day began with Rocky IV. Did you watch?
Yeah, come on.
Okay.
It's a tradition.
I know it is.
It's the most American thing you can do.
I would like to commend myself for eating not 1, but 2 of Lindsay's famous jalapeno poppers without incident.
Are we sure that it was Stinkbait that did this in the car? Or or alternatively,
Guys, I'm so sorry.
did the celebration follow you home? Did fireworks follow you home?
Not this year. Guys, we've talked about how there was a year, probably, 5 4th of Julys ago, where Lindsay made the most delicious jalapeno poppers.
They're really very good.
They're so good. And I couldn't stop eating them. I had so many. And something about jalapeno peppers just wrecks me. And that day, the family was out playing in the pool. I was curled up in the fetal position in one of the back bedrooms. I missed the fireworks, guys.
Curled up in the fecal position.
No, I missed the fireworks. And so this year, I told my family to hold me accountable, limit me to 1 or 2. I stuck to that.
Good for you.
And it was fine. And I thought, okay, in the future, I will allow myself 1 to 2 poppers only because of the havoc.
You found your threshold.
It reeks on my digestive system.
I myself
The stomach pains are unreal.
ate my weight in jalapeno poppers.
I know. And we were fine.
Well, sliding scale again.
Okay.
Fine is, the house is burning around me. This is fine.
This is fine.
This is fine.
My stomach's on fire all around me. You guys play battle ball. Explain that to the listeners.
It's dumb.
Okay.
Because it's basketball in a pool. But if basketball were to be like jujitsu'd.
You're right.
Right.
And no rules.
No rules other than get the ball in the goal.
By any means necessary.
And it's Jeff and I decided this year to play us against the kids. Because whenever it's Jeff and me on different teams.
With kids.
It's just us fighting each other.
Yeah.
And nobody wins with that. We both just hurt.
It's a wash.
We both just hurt. The kids are playing battle ball, and Jeff and I are over here just like literally breaking each other's ribs.
Treading water.
We're having a good time. And it never comes back to bite you until the next day or the day after.
Right.
But it's fun. It's a good workout battle ball.
You were pretty spent, I remember.
I'm still spent.
But at one point during the day, you and I found ourselves sitting on the couch with Mom, and you were talking about how it's so funny to play with all the kids because you're throwing the boys around, and then you throw Hope around, and she is so small that it's a whole different experience to lift her and throw her.
She's crocheted. She's mostly air,
Right.
Hope.
Right.
And when you pick up Hope, there's got to be a metaphor in there somewhere.
I was just going to say, we all could pick up a little Hope.
And it's easy to do.
Right.
Toss it right over your head.
Right.
But all this other stuff is dense.
Tread in water.
Set it down. Lie down your troubles and pick up a Hope. Okay? 2024.
But speaking of dense, we were sitting on the couch with Mom, and she just looked at you and she goes, "You were such a dense baby."
Yeah. And I said, I'm a dense daddy.
She said she used to pick up other people's babies and like expect them to be dense and just throw them over her head.
Like a sack full of rocks.
Yeah.
But if rocks were made of Reese's cups.
Oh, okay. No, you weren't. Dense. A dense baby.
You know where I house it?
Yes.
In these bodacious cheesecakes out back.
You've said it.
That's where I house my density. Okay? I was born. My destiny was to carry this density on these cakes.
Another thing that came up in this discussion.
The secret, guys, listen. The secret.
He's going to bring it back to his booty.
He's not going to bring it back. He's going to back it up. Listen, guys.
Sorry, guys.
I'm not. I'm sorry. Sorry for what? Sorry for party rocking. Sorry for bringing 2 luscious cheesecakes to the cookout.
Another thing that came up.
Sorry for smuggling some pound cakes onto this Southwest flight. Sorry for knocking your cran apple off your tray table when I came and twerked my way to the bathroom. Sorry for having to pee with the bathroom door open because I can't fit all this junk,
guys,
in the lavatory.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no smoking in the lavatory. Good luck shutting these down. Got a pull start on them. Gang, 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 gang.
He's still going. Another subject that came up was the sad boy photos that our friend Katie took.
Cindy does not like them.
I get it. Parents don't like to see their kids sad.
Parents just don't understand.
Parents just don't understand, no. But our friend Katie, hi Katie, took these beautiful photos of you.
She's incredibly talented.
For your new album, which was a sad boy theme, as we've discussed.
Yeah, I even told her.
And you look very sad.
Let's make these as sad as we can.
And you did.
I nailed it.
You succeeded. But this prompted Mom to go back through her photos and find one of you, a semi-sad photo.
Yeah, middle ground.
Around a bonfire.
Sure.
And she said, you should have used this. See, you look sad, but you're handling it.
Yeah. Which I thought I was in these other photos too, but clearly.
You look sad.
Brandon, welcome back to the Brandon Birdwell story. Dense and sad. And not handling it. Handle one or the other, your density or your sadness, but I can't handle you this dense and this morose.
She did not say that.
Brandon, you're too dense. Okay?
But not like your brain.
No.
Your body.
Both, really. My whole life's a dance party. Guys, on the dance floor. Here comes Brandon. Everybody dense now. Here he is. Dense and melancholy. No. Best R&B duo ever.
That is not what she was saying. But these are the 2 topics of discussion that occupied some of the day. Oh, but it made me so happy to have those discussions and just listen to the exchanges between the 2 of you.
Yeah, sure. It's good. Just because, Ashley, you're just so with it.
No,
and
no one said that.
And slight.
No one said either of those things.
It's almost as
you're
though
just so happy.
Your bones are hollow and you're happy. It's unbelievable. You're like a songbird.
And you 2 came from the same parents?
How is this possible? I guess it's true if there was just only a certain amount of dense to be given. Brandon got the density.
Listen.
Brandon got the propensity for density, and Ashley got the happy gene. Here she comes.
This is not what happened.
Here she comes, handling it. Ashley is perfectly capable of dealing with the emotional roller coaster that is life. Brandon can't get on the roller coaster because he's too dense. He can't put the lap bar down. They can't get the lap bar down over Brandon's density, and he doesn't even have a chance to handle it.
Listen, you really ran with that.
Hands, arms, and legs inside of the emotional roller coaster. Oh, not you, dense boy. Over here by the lockers. Watch Mama's visor while she goes on the silver bullet.
Hold this painted parasol.
Hold the parasol and the cork gun while the rest of your family goes on the Viper. Well, everyone's on the Texas Giant. This one's made of wood, Pumpkin. You can't get on this. There could be termite damage, and I don't think the density that you're bringing to the table.
This is so not what Mom said.
Do we have one of those extenders for the lap bar? We're down to the Texas Giant. We got a dense one. It's going to be a dense one this afternoon, everybody. We're going to have to go 2/3 capacity on this ride. Beard.
Maybe this is what we should do. Take over the PA system at a roller
It's like his cargo shorts are full of silver dollars. I don't know what's going on with
rock candy.
too many candies. What's the limit? What's the limit on cotton candy for this one?
Listen.
See if take a deep breath. See if you can't get it to lock.
You really took that and ran with it. I'm sorry, Mom.
No,
you
it's
did
fine.
not say
It's
any
fine.
of these things.
He's handling it.
Listen. That is not at all.
I just love the metaphor of not being able to get the lap bar down before the emotional roller coaster. You don't even get on. You don't even get to ride.
Oh, man. Okay. So, anything been going on with you this week besides 4th of July?
Handling it.
Just handling it. Any updates for us? Because people want the updates.
Do they?
No.
Okay, that turned on a dime. Just kind of. It's a long weekend, so kind of just hung out, spent some time here at the house. Had an office sleepover last night.
Nice.
Getting all my stuff changed over and set so that I can travel with it for playing, because I have to take stuff on a plane.
You're going on the road.
I have to take stuff on a plane, and so I have to pare down all of my stuff.
That would
to
be
only
stressful.
the stuff that I want to take.
That would be stressful.
It's different.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
We're handling it.
You're going to be that guy in the airport carrying your guitar case. Every time I see a musician in the airport, I'm like, oh, who are they?
I just start screaming, "Play Wonderwall" at them.
Who are they?
Who's that?
Who's that?
And who are they going to serenade?
Exactly.
Who's that?
He looks like someone important.
What I like to do is I like to just travel, but I don't pack a bag. I just put all of my loose clothing into a guitar case.
Yeah, in your toiletries.
So people will be like, "Who's that?"
Who's that?
And it'll be like just some fella without proper luggage.
Do you gate check your guitar? How do you do that? Because you can't fit it in the overhead, right?
You can.
Oh.
And it's actually there's a I've researched this. There is
Sure.
a law that they have to let you carry a musical instrument on as long as it can fit in the overhead bin.
Okay.
So the people on these guitar things were like, if you really want to, print this out and take it. So here's what they say to do. My case is very thin. That will fit in the overhead, and then I can set my other stuff on top of it.
This is your electric.
That and then that pedal case right there are the twos. So that'll fit. But
Guys, it's very compact.
it is. I've shrunk everything down into this little guy right here. I'm very pleased with it. But they say first thing, just go in with it, go through, don't check it, take it to the gate. Sometimes they might try to gate check it, but you can say, "Can I please try to fit this in the overhead bin?" And or is there a coat closet on this plane? Because
Right.
more often than not there is, and they'll stack your guitar in there if you axe them too. They'll stack your axe if you axe. And so we're gonna see. We're gonna see how it goes.
Right.
I don't like the idea of checking a guitar.
No. Well, because it's going to come back completely out of tune after being under there in that hot
And guys,
belly.
I don't know how to tune a guitar. Once it's out,
It's done.
I have to go to Guitar Center for a new one.
I know.
It's like disposable cameras, but
Right.
way more.
This one's out of tune.
Ugh, and then I just cast it on the pile. Some dude comes along, treasure trove.
Yep.
Some dude who knows how to tune. But no, so just get ready for that, and then we got a few cool ones coming up. We got that one, and then we got
You're going out to
than
California.
Fort Worth, and then
Look at you.
trying to do stuff.
Look at you.
Trying to do stuff.
Who are you?
Who's
Look
he?
at you.
Just a fellow with loose laundry and a guitar case. Here he comes.
Your socks are hanging out, flapping out the side.
Sir, is that a guitar?
Or are those your undergarments?
Your instrument reeks of stink bait.
Yeah.
What's in here?
Is that a fishing pole?
Your-
Tackle box?
Yes.
Well, on Saturday, Mom and I did something fun. She had not been to the lake place yet. And so she and I just escaped for a quick one-nighter. So that was so fun to get to show her that and take her around town. And we ate in town and shopped around a little bit. And it was just so nice. It's been a long time since we've had the capacity to do something.
I love it. Yeah, she said she sent me a message that said she had a great time. So
a great time sleeping on your mattress. Which that thrills me. That I got the mattress and you didn't. I'm kidding. The fact that
our entire life is a series of you getting the mattress and me not. The mattress is just a metaphor.
I don't want to hear this.
I know you don't.
From you.
You're gonna though.
But she slept great in there.
I'm sure.
And that thrills me.
Yep.
You guys slept great in there, Deb and David. Anyway, it just is like all my dreams are coming to fruition for this place. Everyone sleeps great in there.
Guys,
that's
welcome
all I
back.
want.
Where Ashley's dreams are coming to fruition and Brandon's handling it.
Listen.
Too dense for the mattress. Too dense for the mattress.
Stop it. But we had such a good time. But here's what I will say about the lake on 4th of July weekend.
Busy.
Yes.
I don't need it.
And I did not anticipate.
Why?
The sheer amount of fireworks.
That's crazy that you didn't.
Thousands and thousands of dollars people must have spent on these fireworks.
It's nuts.
Neighbors.
It's nuts.
The neighbors.
Yeah.
Who?
Go ahead.
I'm a city gal.
Yep.
I went to bed at probably 12:30. They were still shooting off. Huh? And we had my dogs with us. Mm-hmm. And it was bad.
It's when you go to the lake on America's birthday. Mm-hmm. You enter into a social contract that this is what's going to happen.
This is what's going to happen.
It's going to be the Wild West out here.
It was the Wild West. Our dogs were terrified.
Yeah, I bet.
How did Leo do with the fireworks?
Awful.
He did.
He literally sat on top of me and shook the entire time. Buddy. And I said, "Be a patriot."
Did you give him anything to help take the edge off? Whiskey?
Yep. Just all the small bottles I stole from Southwest when I quit. No,
he would not do that.
No, we gave him some of that.
CBD?
Yeah.
Did it help?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, it didn't. Here's the thing, guys. If you're looking for the most anxious dog in the world, look no further than Leo Birdwell.
Poor buddy.
Yeah, well.
I sort of was able to soothe Ellie by just holding her tight. Hold me tight.
Like a thunder shirt.
And that's what prompted me to think maybe I should order her one of those.
Well.
A compression vest. She should wear it all the time.
Yeah.
She's an anxious gal.
Well, I don't need it in my life. I have plenty of anxious dog in my life.
Well, I will say that I have been off the Nextdoor app because of politics.
Sure.
So for whatever reason, I decided this week, post-debate, was a good time to wade back in.
Now's the time.
But I did find some interesting things among just the plethora of posts about, sorry, I kicked your foot on accident.
Gross.
I know. The plethora of posts about pets and fireworks and missing dogs who bolted and all the things. But also in there, this post from DB.
Okay.
We're doing initials only now on the Nextdoor app, which is probably for the best.
Sure.
DB says this. Every time I get into my car, November Rain song is playing, or I catch it when it just about to starts.
By Guns N' Roses?
Mm-hmm. I don't know what's going on. Is something trying to tell me something? What are they trying to tell me? Why? And who?
Hey, Deebs, this is a question for your therapist, pal. I don't think this is Nextdoor app conversation. You think someone's going to come in and talk to you about how Guns N' Roses are talking to you through the radio? Mm-hmm. Take off your tinfoil hat and get to the doctor.
Nothing lasts forever.
Yeah.
And we both know hearts can change.
Are you quoting November Rain right now?
And it's hard to hold a candle in the cold November rain.
Have you seen that video lately?
Not lately.
It is unhinged. It is so long.
I used to love it.
And it was so expensive. And there's a random part in it where a dude inexplicably dives through like a wedding table through the cake. Mm-hmm. And I hadn't watched the video in years until they talked about it on one of my podcasts, until Rob Harvilla, the king of podcasting, in my opinion,
high praise,
talked about it. And I went back and watched it, and it's so right. The way he described it is just unhinged nonsense.
I need to go back and watch it. I used to love that video.
That was
when I
back
used to sneak over to my friend Sarah's house and watch MTV.
That was back when we were a proper country. Back when videos were videos and music television showed music.
Right.
Epic videos. Thriller. Oh. November Rain. Jamiroquai with the moving floors. Everything Hype Williams ever did for the shiny suit era of hip hop.
Yes.
We don't talk about that though, because Diddy.
Because
Diddy turned out to be a real grilled catfish. Code for creep.
Well, it sure sounds that way.
Guys, innocent until proven grillty.
And I blame him for denim underpants.
First off,
and J-Lo.
Innocent until proven grillty is way better than you gave me credit for.
I was thinking ahead. We had an episode titled...
I'm sorry, I was thinking of denim underpants. There's your title.
Listen. Just so many episodes with denim underpants in the title.
Yeah, totally.
Because we already have one. Okay, so that was DB. Then here's another one that came from TJ, which may be of great interest to you. TJ says, has anyone else been attacked by the kites in the neighborhood? I have twice now. They are brutal.
Yeah.
Comment after comment.
It's Levi told me that they were attacked and that his son was attacked, drew blood.
Yes, they're dive bombing people.
Yeah.
Oh no, is he okay?
Now he has the power of a kite. He was bit by a radioactive Mississippi kite, and he's Kite Man.
He can fly now.
He can dive bomb neighbors. Wow. It's the weirdest power.
It's the weirdest power.
With the power to dive bomb neighbors. There's a reason my neighbor moved. I didn't want to touch on it. It's because dear friend Levi and Jess's son dive bombed him right out of the neighborhood.
This is what was said in the comments that so many people said. I have a knot on my head now. Yeah. It drew blood. Yeah. I have scratches from the talons.
Yeah, I'll try to, but they don't come for me anymore. I'm too dense. You can't handle it.
But then, of course, people in the comments are like, but you can't do anything to them because they're protected.
They're not a protected species, are they really?
That's what they said in the comments.
They must know it.
I don't know.
Feels like kites got together down at the Elks Lodge or whatever, where kites meet.
Sure,
And they were like, guys, now's our time. We're protected. We can hit and they can't hit back.
But I think they're nesting. And that's why they do it.
They're doing something.
It's probably the women.
The
females.
Well,
don't mess.
Count on an angry Mississippi woman.
Don't mess.
That's the thing about a Mississippi woman. She'll put cheese on your grits, but she'll also dive bomb you right out of the neighborhood. I don't care how dense you think you might be. Good luck handling her. Good luck handling Mabel.
Mabes.
Here comes Mabes from on high. I told you. That's what.
Told you.
Every time a Mississippi,
stay away from my babies.
Every time a Mississippi kite dives, I just hear, "I told you." What'd I say? Dig nibbit.
Back up off my kids.
Not that. Mine now. Back up off my kids. This is mine.
How is your algorithm?
Man, I sent you something earlier today. I started getting. There's a show from back in the day. It's so dumb but so funny. It's called it's the Tim and Eric, but it has a longer name. But it's like Tim and Eric's super fantastic show, Good Job or something. It's called something ridiculous like that. Yeah. And it's designed to be like public access, but it's ridiculous. And the one I sent you is called Celery Man.
Sure.
And it's with Paul Rudd. And it is the dumbest thing and the funniest thing simultaneously.
I will laugh at anything Paul Rudd does.
It's great. We're going to watch it after this.
Okay.
But it is, I've been getting a lot of Tim and Eric stuff, which is actually kind of delightful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's not delightful. It's political stuff. Blah, boo. Voiceovers from the debate.
You need some Celery Man in your life.
Mine stat.
Because Paul Rudd is the best of all of us.
He is.
He doesn't age.
No.
He doesn't age.
So hydrated.
We've talked about it before. I was shocked to find out that for years in the past, Paul Rudd was a cigarette smoker.
That is shocking.
Shocking.
You wouldn't know it.
Can you imagine how Benjamin Buttoning he would be if he'd never picked up those Marlboro Reds?
Not a wrinkle in sight.
Not a wrinkle in sight. He's a handsome man.
He is a handsome.
He's a charmer.
I don't have anything to talk about with my algorithm.
Cool.
But what you been watching, reading, or listening to?
Cool. I'm listening to currently a 5-hour podcast about Depeche Mode. That's why they were fresh on my mind.
It's a lot of hours.
I'm not as interested in Depeche Mode as I want to be, but I'm in it. I'm in it.
Seeing it through.
Again, I mentioned last time, I have been listening to, we're going to call her out again because she listens to the pod now, Samantha Crane, and we're going to get together and potentially write a song together. Hint, hint. Won't tell anybody what's going to happen.
Don't tell us what it's called.
But I'm a big fan. I'm a stan. I'm a Sam stan, and it's a big deal.
Don't be creeped out, Sam.
Do you know what? It's too late. Too late. Here he came. I'm like JoJo the Idiot Circus Boy with a pretty new pet.
Stop it.
No, the newest Beverly Hills Cop is on
Netflix.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fun.
Okay.
I love Beverly Hills Cop. They kept the music the same. It's like the same. It's awesome. And just to see Eddie Murphy doing the Axel Foley thing.
Yeah.
Such a trip down memory lane. Yeah. Nostalgia city for this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that. So while at the lake, I sent Crindy on a Peaky Blinders journey. I launched her. So we watched the first episode of Peaky Blinders. Did you ever watch that?
So I got a couple seasons in and I really liked it.
Yeah.
It's one of those shows that I started and I think I was watching it in real time as it was coming out.
Right.
And so once I got, or maybe there were 2 seasons or something, and I binged those and got caught up and then kind of fell off the keeping up with it as it came out. So what I need to do is go back to the beginning and watch it because what I did see, I really liked.
It's so good.
I don't know how many seasons I made it in. I made it in deep enough to where...
don't spoil anything for Crindy.
No. But just where Tom Hardy showed up. He was in it.
Oh, that was a good season.
I got to see Tom Hardy, so that's how far into the show I made it.
Okay. Man,
just to give you a little
got it.
Touch
no
point.
Spoilers for Crindy. So we did that. I watched A Family Affair on Netflix.
So did we. It's bad. It's not good.
The chemistry. Here's the thing. They're both good enough actors that it limped along. Yeah. It wasn't as bad as I expected, but it was bad.
It was bad. And I watched it at double bill in the same night with Hitman. A lot of plot holes in Hitman.
I liked Hitman.
A lot of plot holes in Hitman.
Sure, of course. The end tied it up real neat.
A lot of plot holes in Hitman.
But I enjoyed it. It's not for kids, though. It's right there in the name.
It's for sure not.
Okay. I've been watching episodes of Worst Roommate Ever on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Okay.
I've also binged Owning Manhattan about the Serhant agency, real estate, whatever. It's a fun journey. I also I've been listening to the Freakonomics podcast. What a great podcast that is. They did an episode on our political system in the U.S. I will say it was very affirming and slightly hopeful. And if that's what I can grab onto.
Dude, slightly hopeful in 2024. Let's go. Grab a little hope.
In terms of politics. What's your warm heart?
Oh, gosh. Music started.
Too late.
I'm just gonna say celebrating 4th with family.
Yeah.
How's that?
It was a great day. Mine also that for me, and also this time at the lake with Mom.
My warm heart is getting to hear about how the stink bait really got to you. You're welcome for that. Hey guys, thanks for handling it with us today. We appreciate it very much. Stop it, Kathy. We beat the music.
Bye.
Bye.